Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Freeplay Friday. For this episode, we are going to be playing, a favorite game of mine that I played the hell out of, and I still occasionally jump into, and that is FTL Faster Than Light. So I was basically sitting there, looking through my library, going like, oh, what do I play? There's so many good choices. And I saw this sitting in my library. I haven't played it for a while, so this is what we're going to play. Wait, customize, really? Huh. I think you should know. So what is this game? It's a roguelike space adventure. So, basically, you select your ship, which, I've unlocked a few of them. We're going to maybe take the Federation cruiser. I quite like it. I don't remember which one's better, Type A or Type B. So what's the difference? Different layout. Different crew. Might stick with the Type A for now. Yeah, I think we stick with Type A. So there was also an expansion for it, which is the Advanced Edition content. I'm going to leave that off for now. Depending on how we go, we might switch it on. It does add a lot more difficulty, like heaps more. Right, so what is this game about? Well, you select a ship, and you are playing as a rebel, basically kind of like a courier. You're like the survivor of a battle, and there is a giant federation, or giant empire. I forget what the exact story is, but there's a giant, like, dreadnought, master ship, terrifying thing coming, and you need to jump through a succession of systems until you reach the rebel base. And you need to warn them, and then you fight the giant flagship. It's all very, very cool. But what makes this game special is how much work and effort they've put into like the systems and the overall idea of the game. So, I won't talk about it too much, we'll just get straight into it. So there you go, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. Get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Okay, so we are the Federation against the Rebels. That's what I thought. But something else was telling me that was wrong. So, good to know. Asteroids, yeah. So, this is our ship, right? We can... Can you... No, you can't. Okay. So, you can select your little people. You can select them here. And you have to get them to man systems. So, if you want the shields better... So, you can see here, they're manned. That's why there's those symbols. And... Okay, that one's not manned for some reason. So, we can move them around. It's paused at the moment, but nothing's going to happen. There we go, now it's manned. So, we have... Basically, your main job is to assign power to the ship's systems. So you can see here we've got shields, engines, the med bay, oxygen, so life support, which is very, 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 very important. We have the artillery beam, which is a special weapon for the... Or special starting weapon for this particular ship. And you have the weapons system. So you can only have 4 weapons installed, and each one uses a different amount of power. And then over here you also have subsystems, namely piloting, which is, again, very important. If you don't have a pilot, you're in trouble. Sensors, and doors. So you can open and close doors whenever you want. So here's one of the best parts, right? So you can see these ones, like that one, that one, that one, that one, and these two at the front. They don't go anywhere. They go to space. So why would you be able to open them? Well, there's a few reasons. The main thing that happens when you open them is it vents all the oxygen from the room. So that's what that symbol means there. It means that there is no oxygen in that room. So why would you want to do that? Well, the obvious choice is if your ship gets invaded by enemies, you can absolutely just... you can go like bang, 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 bang. Actually, can we... Sorry, I'm just going to play with this. It's been a very long time since I played this. Can I, like, open to there and then vent? Ah, no. Okay, so it still just does that one. So it's a good way to vent your oxygen very, 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 very quickly. But they are sealed bulkheads, so it won't go beyond that. We'll just close all these up. So obviously if there's enemies invading your ship, and they have to break through the doors if you have upgraded door systems, so it's a good idea to upgrade those like pretty quick. But so if they come in, if they come in if they invade your ship, say from there, they teleport in there, you can just vent that to space, and they'll take constant damage from being low on oxygen, which is very, very cool. The other reason, and a very important one as well, is fires. So when your ship gets shot, there's a good to fair chance that your ship can start fires. So your people, if there's anyone in the room, they will grab extinguishers and try and put out the fire. But if there's no one in the room, you can send someone there and take them off whatever system they're on, which is not terribly a good idea. Or fires need oxygen. So what you can do, if it's possible, is vent the oxygen in that room, and it will kill the fire, and then you just close all the doors and it will slowly re-oxygenate. So it's very, very cool. Now, so this is our ship. You can see everything runs on scrap. So that's it up here. And everything, so you can upgrade anything with scrap. Our main upgrades are the systems, so we can have another 2 in the Osprey. We can have one more subsystem, which I don't know if you can get another subsystem. Not sure about that in the regular edition, I don't think so. And you can just upgrade your reactor to get more power bars, because at the moment, we don't have that many. So what we might do is we're going to take it out of the med bay. So our med bay is unpowered, so it can't heal crew. So basically if you stand in there, they heal, but it won't do that at the moment. But instead we've put it more into the engine, so we have another 5% evasion. The med bay is one of those things that you don't really need until you need it. You don't need to have power in until it's ready, right? Till you need it worked. But things like the oxygen, very important. So if we take power from that, you'll see the oxygen starts to drop. And that's in every room on the ship. So always try to keep your oxygen powered. And yeah, I'll stop talking about it. We'll just get straight to it. So where do we want to go? We need to get to the exit. So we're going to jump here. It's the closest. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. I mean, let's get straight into it. Let's attack him. So this is the combat screen, right? So we've targeted our burst weapon. We're going to do it on the... Okay, so now he's out of shields. Alright, and that is a hull breach, but it should be okay. So you can see there's fire there. Take one of our slaves as tribute. Absolutely. This also means we can get the hell out of here. And we are going to do exactly as I said, and we're just going to vent that room to space. And we'll send you into the med bay. Yeah, so engines are critical. We can't do anything there until they're repaired. We're just going to wait until that's done. So we have an extra crew member. What are we going to do with them? Well, we also have a hull breach there that we're going to go sort out in just a second. How about we put them on the oxygen? And the reason we do that is just so that if someone invades the oxygen, at least we stop them. You can see it's getting repaired down here very slowly. And each race has their own abilities. And we'll cover that just as soon as he's out of danger there. So, humans. Humans by memory don't do anything special. Oh, we can save positions now. Oh, that's really cool. So they updated this not recently. So this game came out in 2012. And when I looked at that, I didn't realize it had been that long. That's mental. In fact, actually, let's swap these two over. Alright, that ship exploded just from constant damage. Right, so, I forget how to see this. It's here. So humans don't have anything particularly good, but they do increase their skills slightly faster. Mantis... They inflict 1.5 damage in combat, move faster, but don't repair things as quickly. Now, Rockmen are immune to fire. They're slower, but they have a higher health. So they're really good for literally putting out the fires, and figuratively putting out the fires on your ship. Engies. So their repair speed is doubled, but they don't do as much damage. So they're very good to man systems that you really want to stay up, like shields are a perfect example. And then we have another Mantis. There are a couple of other races. Or is that it? Might be one more. There's two more. Two more. Sorry, I'm mental. Yeah, so our NG at the moment is in shields, because if that gets hit, we want that repaired like that. Like, we want it back and done and ready to go. Oh, we found a store. Unfortunately, we didn't get any scrap out of that because we didn't kill the ship before it surrendered. Space station here, yeah. So we could fix our ship, which we maybe could do, but it's not really worth it. We could buy systems, which we don't really have. We don't have anywhere near enough scrap for. And these just add a new system in our ship. So I think one will appear there, the other one will appear... I don't know. There, I think. It's one of these two, by memory. So unfortunately, there's not much we can do. So, and here comes the rebellion, right? So the rebels are chasing us the entire time, so you can't just stay in a system forever. If the rebels catch up to you, you get constantly attacked every jump, regardless of what the area is actually like. Wow, more slavers. What the hell's going on here? We are going to target their oxygen, because they have to repair it. And you can see that they've teleported a slaver onto our ship. So they're boarding. Now, because we're in the medbay, he's kind of screwed. Like, he's not going to be able to do enough damage to stop us. Whoops. Target the teleporter. Sure. So now we have another crew member. Yay! What are we going to do with him? Well, nothing yet. What we're going to do... So, there's no benefit of having multiple people manning the ship. Can you actually man the subsystems? I don't think you can, right? I know you can. I don't really know what that does. Oh, +1 system level. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. In that case... Yeah, that's better. Wow, that's new. So, it's been a very long time since I played this. Right, so we're done here. And we might just make a beeline for the exit. We can afford a couple of extra jumps. So, you need extra jumps to get more scrap. Large asteroid field. Explore the asteroid field. Discover the remains of remains of a ship embedded into an asteroid. It still has some functional missiles, so we got 4 extra missiles from that. So these are our other important resources up here. Firstly, we have fuel, so every jump you do requires 1 unit of fuel. Missiles, which some weapons are like missile weapons, and they require a missile to function, and they use that up over time. They're usually pretty powerful. Intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. Investigate. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly coloured, 6-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? Try to communicate peacefully. You try to communicate in every possible way that you can, but they just stare there, silently judging you with their large, expressionless eyes. You prepare to leave. So, there was nothing. And then we're going to keep jumping and get to the end. We're in an asteroid field. So the problem with an asteroid field is you periodically get hit by asteroids, which will take your shields down, which is not exactly ideal. Because it means that you're open to attacks. Come on, fire. So if you look here, you can see the weapons charging their weapons as well. That's fine. So our weapons are currently down for the moment. But we also have the laser. Take everything we have. Let's both forget this happened. So that would give me 3 fuel and 9 scrap, which I believe we are going to take. So I'm not going to talk too much in this area, just because the asteroids will keep coming. So we're just going to get the hell out of here before we get hit again. Arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drives charge, you can jump to the next sector. When you ask a nearby station for aid, a friendly programmer gives you the schematics for a drone. Handy. We don't have a drone control bay, so it's kind of useless, but you know, we'll see how we go. So we can now jump to the next sector. So now you get to pick. So this is our goal, and we have to get there eventually. So for the next one, we can choose a pirate-controlled sector or a civilian sector, which basically just kind of changes the options around it. We're going to jump to a civilian sector. Changes the encounters. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next area. Yeah. We do have 45, so let's jump to a store. And see what we can get. We're going to fix our ship. It did take up basically all our money, but we should be okay. So this one has some weapons. So we can do a healing burst. Which, honestly, I don't really care. And beams are of dubious use, I would say. So we're going to sell this anti-personnel robot. They are very, very strong and scary bastards, but we don't really have a use for it at the moment. Can we upgrade our power? We can. So we're going to put 1 extra power into that, just so we can run our med bay as well. Which way do we go here? We could go that way. Yeah, let's go this way. So we'll go up, down, you know, all around. Ship hails you, good sir. Seems you're having some troubles with the rebels. Can't afford the upkeep required on this hunk of junk I'm flying. Maybe we can come to an arrangement. So we could just fight them. But they appear to have a drone control system, which could be pretty rough. What I think we're going to do is we're going to hire them to scout the sector. So what this does is it shows us some encounters. So you can see here, unvisited, possible ship detected. There's an asteroid field detected in this location. So it basically tells us places to avoid or places to investigate. Scans reveal a large asteroid field. We're going to explore the asteroid field. Okay, so we're being attacked by pirates again. Can I just duck you into the repair bay for a sec? Oh, that was a savage hit on our weapon system. And that's actually significantly worse. Alright, but as long as our... Okay, that was in an empty room, so that's good. So as long as our thing stays open... Okay, the enemy ship's trying to escape. And that human is probably very quickly going to die. Ah, the issue there is we don't have... We don't have any... Okay, we're going to jump really quick to get the hell out of this dangerous place, and then I'll talk. Reject their offer. So when things are on fire... Or sorry, when the door system... I'm trying to think of like 8 things at once. When the door system is damaged... and you have 0, like, door, that's really bad. It means that you have no control over your doors at all. Which, you know, depending on how you run your ship, that could be pretty bad. I like to have door control purely so I can vent rooms mainly for fires. People, it kind of works, but not really. So the other thing that happens in this game, so I'm talking a lot, I'm sort of trying to spruik all the features of this game because it is really, really cool, and I highly encourage you to check it out. I will put a link in the description. So you can see your people have experience. So from the top it goes piloting, engines, shields, weapons, repair, and combat. So when they get a high repair skill, honestly it's so quick. It just happens like bang, 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 bang. Mental. Locate a nearby human colony where an unknown disease has spread virulently. They are setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broken out. So any blue options are available because you have a particular crew member, or because you have a particular piece of equipment, etc., etc. They're usually better things that don't normally appear. So what we're going to do, we're going to send our rock crewmen to prevent a riot. It's unlikely the rock's impressive immune system is susceptible to a human virus, so you send it in. It is able to intimidate the workers long enough for the colony forces to set up a quarantine. Their leaders offer a reward and assure you they will try to find a cure as soon as possible. So we got 13 scrap and 3 missiles out of that. Missiles not particularly helpful for us right now. You know, we may get a missile launcher at some point, but at the moment our burst laser is really doing work. The AI of a nearby small rebel scout immediately identifies you as a threat and engages. We're going to target weapons first. Yeah, so it's been a really long time since I played this, so I don't really remember like the optimal strategy for disabling. Oh, he's got a missile launcher. And they hit our piloting area, which means we can no longer dodge, which is really kind of crap. But we also hit their weapon system, so they only have the ion cannon. Which is fine. Ah, crap. I need to turn on auto fire. So basically, normally it just charges and you select where you want to target, and then, like, from there it just keeps going. Whereas... there we go, dead. When you have auto fire on, it will just charge up to full and then keep firing and firing and firing and firing and firing, etc. Until you kill whatever it is you're aiming at. So what do we want to do with our money, with our scrap? We could upgrade some modules, but I don't really see it being useful. We could upgrade engines to get some more dodge, which would be really good. We could also just upgrade power, but we have enough power at the moment. You know what, we're going to hang on to it and see how we go. We could also upgrade the artillery beam, which is actually really powerful, and you know what, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have to upgrade power as well. Because it means that it charges significantly quicker, and the artillery beam, it does work. It does serious work. You hail them asking what's wrong. Help, we're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. Send the crew to help. Giant alien spiders are no joke. Your crew slowly creeps up on the cluster of creatures from behind. Without warning, the giant arachnids turn and charge. However, your team stays in control, and before long, you've beaten them back. Contact the station owners. They are thrilled with your success and offer you a reward. So obviously, those events have like a chance to not go as well as, you know, it just did. Upon completing your jump, receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we will let you continue on your way. You know what? Screw you. And we're just gonna vent that room. Screw you, buddy. Have fun in there. So you can see that because it's vented, they like don't want to be there anymore. Alright, weapon systems are down, their shields are repaired. We're going to seal up these rooms again. We're just going to keep alternating these. And that's the artillery beam just there. Basically, I'm not sure if the artillery beam can miss. I don't think it can. And it basically just goes through several rooms and does lots of damage. We're going to attack the rebels. We're going to attack the shields. Do they have a missile? They do, so that could be a problem. Yeah, that is a problem. So we can no longer dodge. Okay, it's a hull breach, it's fine. And there's their weapon systems gone. So let's target their O2, because I'll have to repair that. There we go, they'll start choking to death. So basically what happens, if you can manage to kill the entire crew, I'm saying so basically what happens a lot. And it's, trust me, it's bothering me, much as it's bothering you guys. But something that can happen, there you go, better way to phrase it, is if you manage to kill the entire crew of an enemy ship without killing the ship, you usually get a better reward. You don't get the ship, but you get a lot more scrap is what normally happens. Alright, you're all healed up. We just gotta wait for the rock to heal up. Starja. So how are people doing? Not brilliant. Engines and pilot are pretty good. So basically they only get XP when they do something related to that. So like, the piloting, they only get when they dodge something, or when they, like, when it gets checked against it, basically, so evade. When it attempts to evade, you get XP. So that's the same for engines. Weapons, you get XP every time it shoots, I believe, or maybe every time it hits. Might be every time it hits. And then shields, every time the shields get hit, you get extra thing. So where are we going to go? Let's go to the Zoltan homeworld. Zoltan are nice. We also need some... need to find a store. You arrive in Zoltan space. From what you've heard, they have anticipated the coming war and made preparations to hold their borders. If only they had, though. We're going to go straight to the store, because we need to repair our ship. It's about half hull. So let's fix the whole thing. It's expensive, but it's kind of worth it. We'll just buy one fuel. And we don't really need any of this stuff. And we're pretty poor anyway, so we'll just move on. If you are playing this game for the first time, I do highly recommend... The Zoltan ship is waiting at this beacon. They request your identification, but radiation from the sun in this system is disrupting your communications. They take your silence for aggression and move into attack. Huh. So... what was I saying? If you're playing this game for the first time, I do highly recommend you play it on easy. It is still not an easy game, by any means. Like, it is a hard game to complete, which is kind of par for the course on roguelikes. But easy gives you slightly more scrap, and some of the enemies are easier encounters. And what that ends up meaning is that you get to see more of the game in one run. So that, to me, that's really important. Ugh. Lasers can be really dangerous. But then so is mine. Oh, but I don't have it blocked. Oh no, it's still, that's right, it goes through shields, that's fine. You know what, can we swap you two? Because you need quick repairs, and Mantis are not good at the old quick repair. In fact, let's swap you two as well. This ship is... oh, it's not kicking our ass, it's just... causing havoc is what it's doing. So lasers like this can't pierce shields, they're absolutely crap for that. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. I just had lunch, so I'm a bit gammy. Yeah, that artillery beam does serious work. Who needs a heal? You need a heal. You need a heal. So basically you have... god damn it, so basically. That's it, I'm gonna stop saying that now. So you have unlimited time between jumps. You can just sit here for ages and, you know, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and figure out what the hell you're doing. For as long as you want before you actually have to worry about moving on. We haven't dealt with anything particularly deadly at the moment. Rebels Autonomous Scout. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a goddamn laser drone. So, as I said... oh, he's got rockets, that's... okay, he missed, thank god. Oh, we also shot the drone. I don't think I've seen that happen before in Standard. Whew, it's a good miss. Oh my god, we need to get 3 hits to disable these. I mean, we also just wait for the... oh, that's not good. Yep, that's bad. We also just wait for the artillery beam, which will, yeah, do some really serious work. So the autonomous drones work a little bit differently to regular ships. There we go, it can't hurt us now. In that they self-repair after a while. Okay, we'll power that back up. And that's really quite frustrating when you're fighting them, because it means that in most ordinary ships, like, see how the compartments are separate? If a ship had a separate compartment, which we'll touch on a little bit later, how did you repair that? It doesn't matter, but that's a load of shit. So even though it's safe, it's not safe if you follow. Like, even though there's no way for anything to repair that, they just self-repair, so they don't have to worry about actually following any rules. They just work complete bullshit. Which is kind of annoying. But there are a lot of times in this game, and it's one problem. Amanda's crew here has hunkered down the abdomen of a long-dead space whale, the only way, presumably, for them to operate their black market trade without detection. Worth a look? So, the game has a very bad habit. It's one of the only downsides, and I want to, like, you know, preface this by saying it is a tiny downside, and the game itself is incredibly fun. And anything they do can't be against that. But they have a very bad habit of having the enemies not follow the same rules that you do. And if we manage to get to the end, you'll see a very big, like, culprit of that at the end, where they make the game difficult by cheating, basically. You spot a pirate ship looting a small Zoltan cruiser, they spot you and move in to attack before your FTL drive has a chance to recharge. We're going to target weapons first, because we've kind of established that that's a better option. Okay, we disabled one, that's good. So what's probably going to happen is we'll end up, for most of our battles, and it's kind of how the Federation cruiser works, is that you sort of stall until your artillery beam is done, because it pierces shields and just does bulk damage. So we're about to fire the artillery beam. Yeah. So there's nothing that the enemy can do about that, really, which is what makes it a really good thing. Ah, it's on fire too, so that's excellent. That will slow them down. And their medbay's messed up, so that's good. They can't heal. You know, we're gonna... just gonna hold off on killing them for a bit. Because as long as they're... No, no surrender. Because you're about to die anyway. And we got a ton more scrap out of that anyway. So it can be a viable strategy to take out the enemy's life support and stop them repairing it. And that's a good way to get the ship without killing the people inside. Oh, sorry, by killing the people inside without destroying the entire ship. Which usually gets you a lot more resources. Yeah, so we're just going to leave. So we're in a nebula at the moment, which means that we can't use sensors. And some of them... Some nebulas can have like an electrical storm thing, and it halves your power, which is honestly really friggin' rough. It sucks. Sucks hard when that happens. So a lot of this game boils down to power management and crew management. We'll give them some fuel. And they gave us a pike beam. Excellent. So you can see now we have 2 weapons engaged, but we only have power for 1. And if we wanted to get more power, which we will, but it's not enough, we would have to spend some scrap to upgrade our generator and power. So I definitely recommend playing this game on easy to start with. It just lets you do a lot more. Just ignore the station, we'll be fine. Okay, we're going to have to go into a couple of nebulas to continue on. Well, we don't have to, but we kind of have to, if that makes sense. Like, if we went around... yeah, we're going to attack the pirate. Okay, they don't have a teleporter, which is good. They do have rockets, though, and 3 shields. So this is where some problems begin to arise. We shouldn't have attacked this, because they have 3 shields. Which means that all of our... In best case scenario, all of our shots will be blocked. So we're probably just going to charge FTL and get the hell out of here, because they're going to kick our ass before we manage to get the beacon up and running. Oh, sorry, the artillery beam, not the beacon. So it's always preferable to have enough guns to stop them having enough shields. We are just going to let them leave. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to jump now. Because I don't want to take another shot from that rocket. Alright, we'll attack the automated ship. This one shouldn't be as much of a problem. Then again, it does, again, have three shields. So this is a bit of a problem, because we don't have the weapons to really stop that. And we only have 1 shield. Which is very dangerous. No, not the O2 system. Wow, 3 misses in a row, that's not good. So I didn't think I'd win the first time back. God damn it. Oops. Alright, we'll just stall until our artillery beam, you know, does work. Yeah, and you get back on the shields. Oh, there we go, we managed to stop them having enough shields for a start and having enough weapons. So we're going to kill them, which is good because we need the scrap. But yeah, I absolutely did not think I'd win first time. Especially going straight to normal. We might do easy on Advanced Edition after this. Abandon or strip clean. Okay, so that whole thing was a waste of time. We didn't accomplish anything going there. We're almost out of fuel. So what happens when you're out of fuel? You don't immediately lose. Oh my god. They try to shut down your engines. You can manage to keep them barely operational and you move into attack. Actually, that's... we can't do that. Never mind. I was going to say that's really good because... Oh, there's a fire in there. Did we just miss once? I think we did. This might be the end. I think this is the end for our ship. Because they are just kicking our asses here. Yeah. Oh my god! Go away. This is when it gets panicky. But, yeah, we're done. So ends the voyage of the Osprey. Ah, that sucks. Oh well, this is part of the fun of the game though. You lose, you come back, you move again. So we're going to turn on Advanced Edition. We're going to play it on easy. So increased scrap wars and easier enemy generation. So it basically, yeah, it just allows you to... It allows you to get more of the game done. Or not more of the game done. You see more exciting stuff. We're going to use layout B this time, just for a bit of fun. Which provides with a very different kind of environment. So you have a Zoltan on the engine. So Zoltan are really cool. So their ability... that's not what I wanted, but it is, kind of. Zoltan provide 1 power to wherever they're standing, which can be really, really good. It's good on like weapon systems. It basically makes your ship run a bit cheaper. Which is very good. They have less health, and they also do 15 damage to the enemy crew when they die. So, it's okay, I guess it's alright. If you die, you get them back a little bit, you know, better than nothing. We also have a slug. So slugs have telepathic powers that reveal rooms and life forms even when the sensors are down, so that's in the areas around them. So in the surrounding rooms, they can see enemies, and they're also immune to mind control, which is something that comes in the Advanced Edition, I believe. So, are we set up? We don't have anyone on shields. We're also gonna, you know, add power everywhere that should have power. Alright, so we're gonna have to try and get an extra crew member as quick as possible to man those things that we don't have. Found you at last, prepare to die. Oh, they've changed in the Advanced Edition, so now the slugs can see the enemy crew members. That's handy. Hit their weapons with a rocket, which is really good. So we actually have rockets in this one. No. Do we fire the rocket again? Maybe not. We'll just stick with the laser. Because they're going to die pretty soon anyway. And we don't want to use up missiles when we don't really need to. When you start the game, you should only have access to the Type A ships, not the Type B. Okay, you can see where you can go. Right. It's a good feature. That wasn't in the game when I originally played it, like ages and ages and ages ago. First time I played it. Oh my god, really? Well, target shields first. And target shields too. We'll just hammer the shields. Oh, they've only got a burst laser, which is kind of annoying. Looks like we're going to be stalling for the artillery. Okay, so yeah, that drone's going to hit them every time. If we can target them... There we go. There we go. Ooh, 7 missiles is kind of nice. No, we're not going to accept the surrender. We are definitely going to stop firing with the missiles, though. And they're gone. So we got 2 missiles, which is not amazing, but better than anything else. Do we upgrade our shields? Possibly, but we don't have the power to support it. We're going to upgrade shields. And we're going to do that because... just because we don't have the power doesn't mean that we can't divert power to shields. If we need to. So like if we're against something that's really rough, we can stop trying to shoot back and just divert power to shields. Stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. They're powering up their FTL. Yeah, that's not great. Target that, you target that. Or other way around, you target that, you target that. There we go, disable their weapons, that's what we like to see. Now we'll just target their engines so they can't get away, or we'll just miss. Come on, one shot, one opportunity. Good hit. There we go. They didn't get away. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's what we want to see. More scrap. So you can see already that we're getting like heaps more scrap than we did last time. The game is by no means impossible. Oh, you've got an ion module. That's rude. Yeah, the game is by no means impossible with no, with normal mode and less scrap. It just means you have to have a lot more practice at it, which I don't have. Wow, that's a good double miss there. I don't remember what their evasion is. I remember it's pretty high. Or, it's not high, they get like automatic evasion because of bullshit reasons. Boom, boom. Too easy. Outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. Excellent. And now let's get the hell out of here. We're also kind of running short on missiles, but not really. Okay, we got more scrap. What we're going to do is upgrade our power twice, I guess. And that will allow us to power the shields. And it allows us to power the med bay at the moment. There is a distress signal. We're going to go check that out. Just because we have the time, we have the fuel. Beam weapon. Carefully cut the ship out. You use your beam to make a few precision cuts in the asteroid. The ship gives a quick burst of thrust and the rock crumbles away. They thank you and offer some of the resources they have collected. Which is some extra fuel. So, you know, we're in the positive. Boom. Straight away. So when you play this on easy, it basically just takes a little bit of the consequence out from your choices, which is what makes it easy, not necessarily like the game being easier per se. It's still brutally hard. Okay, we don't need drones. We don't need any of this really. Distraction buoys. Leaves a false signal at sector start to delay rebels one jump. Ooh, that's actually kind of handy. Lifeform scanner, meh. We've got a slug, so you don't really need that at all. Chain burst laser. This dual shot laser decreases in cooldown the more it fires. After 3 volleys, it only takes 7 seconds to charge. That would be really good. How much power? 2. That's kind of good. We can in no way afford it though. Oh, that was a new thing added in the Advanced Edition, the cloning bay. It's very cool. I don't think there's anything that we really want. We'll get some missiles, because we're not running low, but missiles are one of those things where you're just like, nah, I've got heaps of them, it'll be fine, and then suddenly you don't. And that's kind of sucks when that happens. Obviously our missile is going to target shields. It's a good way to do it, missiles targeting shields, because they bypass shields. It's honestly the best way to do it. Powering up FTL. It's because they've only got 2 hull points left. And dead. No escape for you. I should have started on easy. I forgot just how hard this game... Well, I didn't forget. I underestimated how hard this game was from my memory. You arrive in an asteroid field and are greeted by a Zoltan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. You don't have time for this. It's probably the best place to fight a Zoltan ship, now that I think about it. Because Zoltan ships come at the start with a, like, super energy field. Which means that everything is blocked by it, which is not really super duper good. Easy. Fell apart like it was nothing. So now that you got 2 shields, you're pretty much safe from asteroids. How's our pilot doing? Not amazing. We still need that extra crew member. You're surprised when a stationary Zoltan ship opens fire. It appears that there are aggressive pugilists even among the enlightened, rather. So yeah, we can't bypass the super shield, which is that one. Yeah, but the super shield doesn't recharge. It can never recharge. Also, they don't have enough weapons to actually hurt me. So we have an artillery beam, yeah, so I'll just take off the missile then. Because they literally don't have enough weapons to pierce my level 2 shields. So they can do 1 shield damage there if they hit, and the laser doesn't do any damage if there's a shield. Lasers are incredibly potent, if there's no shield, which is why the artillery beam is so strong. Because it ignores shields regardless. And should be dead. Yep. We're going to upgrade the artillery beam, and obviously, like, power a couple of times to do that. So by the time we get to the end, if we manage to get to the end, we really want that artillery beam to be maxed out. Managed crew, oh yeah, dead space whale. Right, gotcha. We don't really have anything to sell, and they don't have anything we really want, do they? No. No. I mean, we could heal, but we're pretty alright. Cloning bay, yeah, there's nothing there that we really want. Me personally, I don't do, like, boarding very often, because your troops just end up really, really hurt. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if your crew has time to undergo a few scans. Sure, participate in the study. Your crew calmly lines up for the Zoltans to take their readings. After a short time, the process is done. They contact you. Thank you for your participation in our study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough as well as some scrap. How nice. Let's get out of here. Let's move on. Time to move on. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drives charge, you can jump to the next sector. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Let's explore the asteroid field. Pirate ship is hiding behind one of the larger asteroids. Well, the pirate ship hiding behind one of the larger asteroids attacks you. How original. Okay, we hit a weapon system. That's good. Also missed with our rockets. So one annoying thing about rockets is that because they actually cost ammo, like, you can't afford... You know, you can't afford to be missing with them. How are people going? We got some decent XP running. Brian's got a lot of XP. So obviously when you have two weapons, like, you get a lot of XP. A lot of XP. Let's jump to the store. Easy pick. Straight to the store. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. Ooh, backup batteries. It's kind of useful. But not useful enough. Charge multiple times, giving additional projectiles. So I can have 4, this one can have 2, I'm guessing. Yeah. Nah, it's not really useful enough. Cloaking would be really good. But I think we're just going to grab some of those. And basically leave. There's nothing we can really get there. Flat gun might not be too bad. We also don't have enough now, so it doesn't matter. We needed the missiles, we didn't need a gun. Space station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Ah, yes, 2 pages. Excellent. Oh, yes, we need a new crew member. We're just going to go with the human, who actually has evasion plus 7 when piloting. That's kind of good. Stealth weapons is nice. Reconstructed teleport. Crew gets fully healed by teleportation. Holy shit. That would actually make the teleporter a viable strategy. But we're going to just grab this human. And this one is going to go over there, because this one already has training. So that human's going to be our new shield generator, bro. Ugh, this is forcing us into a nebula, though. I don't like nebulas. An advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it is impossible to tell what is inside. I mean, we're going to attack the automated ship to get to the station, like, obviously. Does this have 2 lasers? Are you serious? I think he does. If that's the case, then we'll just use our own laser, because he can't get through. disable the drones next, or the drone that's just annoying more than anything. There we go, drone disabled, and there goes the artillery beam. 38 scrap! And the station had another 17. Damn! Damn, son. Oh, yeah, so this is the lightning storm. You find 2 heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some usable debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by the shouts of a boarding party. Holy crap! Right. We are just going to evacuate this end of the ship. That means you as well. Crap, we don't have, this is very bad. This is very, very bad. Yeah, we don't have upgraded doors, so they can just walk in. Shit. Right, we don't have, That's fine. This is alright. So this is where it gets scrappy. Whew. Okay, I think our crisis is averted. We took more damage from that than anything else. I completely forgotten. I'm gonna fucking upgrade our doors now. Where's the doors? Done. Because you need bulkheads. You have to have them. There's absolutely no two ways about it. Like, it has to be done. Oh, holy shit. It's things like that where you get invaded like that. That's why you need bulkheads. Alright, to 10, you're there. Brian, you were there. Zoltan, you were engines. And Deacon, you were the other. And then we're going to save this layout. Okay. Oh my god. I honestly, in a way, I can't believe we survived that. We'll be fine. So they want 4 missiles. Alright. The ship is flooded with advertisement transmissions from nearby merchants. As soon as you arrive at this beacon, you arbitrarily pick one to examine in detail. So, they will give us 9 fuel for 4 missiles. Now, I'm going to take this. And yeah, we need missiles. But, if we get 9 fuel now, we probably won't need fuel ever again. Like, we can probably make it on, like, you know, dead ships and stuff. Before we get to the final sector. Oh good, we got solar flares. This beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here, or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. What did you just shoot at me? What is that? An ion intruder. It's quite rude. We don't have 2 shields, why? Right, we've got our 2 shields back. You can see, like, as I said, easy is not easy. It's still very scrappy. And we're out of rockets. Remember what I said about probably being able to get by on the rockets? I was wrong. Can we get Sluggo in here too? And we're going to jump to one of the stores. Probably that one. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to need a repair is what we're going to need. The Engie can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The Engie Hive at this beacon are selling equipment for just that. So we're going to fix all. Because kind of neat. We're going to buy 2 missiles because we need that too. Another crew member probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. But we have just run out of money. That's fine. We did need to repair, like, badly. Send these 2 in here real quick just to repair that. And we will send everyone back to where they're supposed to be. Actually, first you want to heal, I guess. Actually, everyone kind of needs a heal here. Right, go back to where you live. You can go there, just for now. Actually, no, you go there. We'll send the Zoltan here to repair it after he's done. Or, no, we'll send him. You know, a bit of repair training is not going to kill anybody. And now we'll pretty much just sit here. Waiting for that repair to get finished. We do have level 1 weapons, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. Do we jump to the other store? Yeah, why not? We'll have a look. We only have 40 scrap, so it's kind of... eh. The message arrives. Your scrap. Ours. Our weapons for you. You're about to raise the shields when you realize it's just an NG trader looking for a trade. Yeah, they just can't speak. Long-range scanners are usually good. Now, this is something you don't generally want to do, but I think maybe in this case we can justify it if there's something here. Picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system. No doubt one of many fleeing the rebel advance. It doesn't appear to have detected you, or else it's trying to avoid notice. Hail them. As you hail the refugee ship, a slug ship jumps into the system. It was hunting the refugee ship for sport, and now they found you instead. It's fine. Bring them on. I ain't afraid of no slugs. There we go. Just keep hammering on their shields. We've also put out that fire. And they should be dead there. Very good. Contact refugee ship, so they also gave us scrap, which is good because we are jumping back to the store. Because we are going to pick up... Actually, we're going to pick up that NG. And we're going to pick up long-range scanners. Why not? Why not? So we've got a new NG, so he's going to man the engines. You're going to man... something. Haven't decided yet. Man the artillery piece, just for now. while I figure out what the hell we're going to do. Yeah, so normally you don't want to go back. You notice an NG colony hiding on the other side of a nearby moon. It turns out they're excavating an equipment cache from the Federation Mantis War, and they're suggesting it might be used to lure the pursuing rebel fleet. Secure the cache. You have the NG complete their excavations and bring the supplies on board. 37 scrap. Very, very good. Giant alien spiders are no joke. Your crew... Yeah, we did it, you know, successfully again. Right. So what we can do here is upgrade the artillery beam again. Well, we can't because we don't have enough power. That's okay. Oh, we don't have enough scrap, sorry. Hire a crew member? Nah, we don't really need anybody at the moment. Sorry. So we only have one choice for jump, which is the Uncharted Nebula. And you guys by now already know my opinions on nebulas. They're very nebulous. However, no attack comes. Aw. I'm almost disappointed. Also, I have missiles again. You've encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks as though it was fleeing the rebel advance and ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active, but you're not sure anyone is on board and its communications seem to be down. Prepare to board and investigate. The ship is completely abandoned. There is no trace of the crew or any cargo. Mystified, you leave the ghost ship and continue on. Really? We couldn't even just, like, start scrapping the ship for parts or something? It's a bit rude. You can't see anything through the thick gases surrounding your ship without knowing what is out there. All you can do is wait for your FTL to charge. Wow, this has been a really boring area. We're like smashing through this. It's hard to see why, but this ship is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. We're going to do it. We can get some of those missiles back. Wow, that was disappointingly quick. Sorry, I didn't even read that. I don't care. We're going to do Zoltan controlled. I mean, we also kind of avoided, like, danger zones there. You're hailed by a rebel ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. They arm weapons. They also have a thingy, a teleporter, so they're going to come on board. Where? There. Yep, that was not a good place for you guys to jump in. Yeah, please. Please go in there. And you're only making it harder on yourselves by taking out my goddamn oxygen. No, we won't accept your surrender. Hell nah. There we go. Now they don't have any shields. Nice. So they don't have enough charge for this thing, they're just firing the same gun over and over again. Oof. Yep, that got him pretty bad. Alright, and we have, you know, gone over time. I really want to show you guys the end of this, and I don't believe this saves. Oh no, save and quit. Okay, it absolutely does. So in that case, we will end this episode of Freeplay Friday here, and I will continue playing this next time, maybe? I won't play this save until a Freeplay Friday, so you guys can enjoy it as well. Or maybe I won't. I don't know, we'll see. I'll make sure there is a link in the description so you can check out this game. It's really, really cool. If you haven't played it already, do it. If you like anything roguelike or kind of strategy, really, really, really well-made indie game, and I love it to death, and I think everyone should experience it. So, thank you very much everyone for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more content from me, the Aussie Nerd, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you think you know any friends that might enjoy my content, make sure you share a video or two with them. I really appreciate it. And finally, if you want to leave any comments about your experiences with this game, or any games that you want me to maybe have a look at for Freeplay Friday, anything like that, make sure you leave a comment down below, and I will see all of you guys next week. Goodbye.